Edgar Salazar. We'll be talking about intercultural inside information for new business in Argentina. We're going to be talking about three main points: the history of Argentina, the types of businesses, etiquette required to conduct business in Argentina, and a little bit of insight in the agricultural economy and the economy as a whole in Argentina. In 1516, just a little bit of history behind the nation. In 1516, Juan Diaz Solis was the first European to step on Argentinian soil. That was before even the British and other Europeans came into Argentinian soil, even though it was 2 centuries controlled by the Spaniards. During the 1600s and 1700s. Um, there was two groups of different dialects. They use different dialects, indigenous languages that exist in Argentina. One was Quechua, and the other one was Guarani. It was kind of a dialect that borrowed terms from Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and French. So it was pretty much a dialect original to them, and basically these were driven out by as more Europeans came into the nation. They adapted into different roles, so they kind of pushed out that dialect, and Argentina didn't fight to keep it as a formal language. Uh, Argentines are always talking about their Spanish in a different way. They call it Castilian because it expresses more clearly towards an origin from Spain. So that's the way they view their language. The British attacked Buenos Aires in 1806 and 1807. They're trying to get a piece of the pie, so to speak, because at that point Peru had half of the control along with Spain for what we know now as Argentina. And then Argentina finally claimed its independence in July 9th of 1816 from from Peru and from Spain. And the in, in almost 93%, just to look at the business etiquette, 93% of Argentina families are Catholic, very conservative, very well educated, sophisticated. They look at themselves a very cosmopolitan country, very much influenced by Europeans. And when you're talking to them, even when you're talking to them, they're very touchy, they're very hands-on with you, very in your face. So when you back down, it's kind of a sign of disrespect to them, that you don't trust them, or showing them that you don't like them. So in a way, the etiquette is to be very trustworthy, very confident with your conversation with them. 85% of Argentina's population is very much European. Spain, Austria, Switzerland, and France, Germany, Great Britain. So as far as their ways of doing business is very slow compared to the United States. We're a fast-paced nation. We're on the run. Just thinking about this, Argentina has like a first half, second half of their day. They usually go home, take a nap. 3 hours later, they're very much going about their second half of the day. They're not in a hurry to get anything done. Versus here in the United States, we're basically taking 30 minutes off for lunch, and then we're back on the run again, doing your daily work activities. So they're very much on the slow side as far as way of life. They're a very proud country. they refer themselves as Italians that speak Spanish, because much of, like we hit on, they're very European influence. So much of their descendants, big amount, came from Italy, Sicily, from places in Italy. So um, hitting on Argentina's agricultural economy, Argentina's strong middle class comes from agricultural produce. So they produce 8.4% of the world's agricultural output. The country is the fourth largest beef producer. I think they would be a big exporter if there were not a big consumption of meat. They're very much carnivores, so they consume a lot of beef, and that stops them from exporting some of these products or their beef onto other countries. So, however, in 2010, agriculture sector accounted for 9% of the nation's GDP. Argentina is also the third largest soybean producer and exporter, so they're very much strong in agricultural sense. And they had a rapid growth in economy in the 1990s, but it wasn't long lasting because they were borrowing money from other countries, so it kind of backfired. There was very rapid growth, and then it all fell down during the 1990s. And one of the government's ways of countering that was to set the currency dollar per peso from Argentina, but it didn't work. It put the nation further behind. Up to this day, they're still recovering from those times that they made that economic decision to borrow money. They did pay most of it back, but they're still recovering as a whole nation from that decision. In 2006, the exchange rate was changed back. I believe it's 5 to 1 versus the dollar. So it's 5 pesos to $1. So it did help the economic standards to get back, and they're more stable now. And just as a recap, recommendations to setting up business abroad in Argentina, then you would look at building relationships that's stronger than even coming with a lot of money to build business. Because that would help you have an easier time building your business, and also have an easier time with bureaucracy that sometimes tends to happen in Argentina. So I think that earning their trust and building a relationship would be the best way to go as far as building and implementing a business in Argentina. Thank you.